What are some of the top topics that you love, like talking about and teaching on social media?
Sitting on faces. I have to have sex to save my village or something.
Oh my god, I have to have sex to save my village.
Like sex with a purpose. It's not sexy to be farting.
No. Although I did fart during sex recently.
I mean, it happens. You just laugh it off. There's nothing else you can do. Sometimes I'm like, were we meant to have sex with men or were we meant to have sex with robots?
I mean, vibrators do feel amazing.
Yeah.
And like, men, don't feel like it's a competition. It's an addition.
In addition, I just am a huge fan of my clit. I'm like,
I am too.
Yeah.
Do you have a name for her?
No, that's a great idea.
Sasha.
Sasha is gorgeous, like Sasha Fierce, like Beyonce.
Yeah, like Beyonce. Hello, my loves, and welcome back to Luvbites by Dr. Tara podcast, where we talk about all things sex, love, romance, marriage. Today, we have an exciting guest and a very exciting topic because a lot of people have asked me this question, and there hasn't been an episode for Luvbites that was dedicated solely to this one topic. So I figured I'm going to find the perfect person to talk about this. And the perfect person for me was Abigail Jensen, a viral sex coach with millions of views on social media. She talks about everything from how to give a better hand job to boosting your libido, which is what today's episode is all about. Hi, Abigail.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
So excited to have you. I love your content, and like I want everyone to go follow her because I just love like the way you approach things.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I feel like we both share humor being like an important part of teaching sex.
Yeah, it makes it more accessible, I think.
What are some of the top topics that you love, like talking about and teaching on social media?
Sitting on faces.
I love that.
We were just doing the Gen Z clap. Sitting on face is one of my favorite because I think it's something that people are a little scared to try for the first time. But once you know what you're doing, it's so much fun.
I gotta have you come back on the show to talk just about that. Like
sitting on
a
faces
whole
episode.
45-minute episode about sitting on faces.
Oh, I could talk for days about sitting on faces.
I love that.
It's my favorite. But any like technical stuff that I can break down for people and kind of help walk them through like in a Mr. Rogers style. Like we're very like, you know,
wholesome and funny.
Yeah, and fun and just like not intimidating because some people, it's their first time learning about sitting on faces or goblin dong or whatever.
Gobbling dong. Wow. The sexiest way to say blowjob. Gobbling on dong.
That's me like self-censoring because with Instagram, I feel like you have to censor. And so I'm like,
I know. People
like
saying
eating banana.
People saying vibrators as like they say electric toothbrush.
Totally.
It's insane, the censorship.
So, and first time I saw that, I was like, is everyone vibing with electric toothbrush?
Yeah, like, do they know?
Are they doing
like,
this?
do they actually know what it means?
Yeah. I was like, wait, are people doing something I am not in on?
Oh my God.
And then I learned, no, it's a vibrator.
It is a vibrator, and we love vibrators.
We love vibrators.
Yeah. Okay, so today is all about boosting your libido. And I want to start with saying that there's nothing wrong with you at all if you have low libido, moderate libido, high libido, wherever you are in your sex life, you are completely fine. This is not a propaganda for, everyone must have high libido. It's just to provide options and resources for you if you feel like you want a boost. So that's all. We're both, I think, sharing the same philosophy of we love giving people the menu, but they pick the items.
Totally.
Yeah, like it's always your prerogative and your choice what you want to do with your sex life. And we're never about shaming you into feeling like you should be something else. However, I have to tell you, the truth is for the last 15 years of being a professor teaching sexual communication and for the last 5 years of having my private practice, one of the most common questions and concerns and challenges that people have is regarding low libido. And that's why we're having this episode with Abigail. So let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Abigail has prepped various ways to boost your libido today, now, in this moment.
With your toothbrush.
Number one, sit on faces. But let's talk about them. What's like the very first thing that we want to talk about when it comes to boosting your libido?
Yeah, I think the thing that was most shocking for me to discover the first time I dove into libido was the different desire types in learning. So number one would be figure out your desire type.
Yeah, let's first actually tell people what they are, because there are many terms that are being used. There's libido, sex drive, sexual desire.
Totally.
So we can talk about them. Like, generally, I think socially and conceptually, people use these terms as the same thing.
Right.
So when people say, oh, I have a low sex drive, my partner has a high sex drive, they typically also mean libido. They typically also mean sexual desire.
Yeah.
So these are three terms, same things.
Totally. I think that's great. And yeah, and until I started looking into it, I didn't know there were different desire types. And often responsive desire, which women more often have, is labeled as the lower desire type or low sex drive type, even though I don't think I have responsive desire. I don't think I have a lower sex drive. I just think I didn't know how to get myself in the mood. I didn't know my body had to be turned on for my mind to be turned on, as opposed to someone with spontaneous desire who can just get in the mood out of the blue, like my husband, who can be writing an email and then be like, okay, it's time to go. Yeah.
And I think this is not, obviously it's not everybody.
Yes.
But I think statistically there are more men with spontaneous desire, which is that like quick sex drive, like, oh, I'm ready.
Totally.
Versus more women with responsive desire.
Right. Which is why women often think that they have the low desire or low drive in the relationship, when in actuality, you have to know your turn-ons and how you get your body in the mood, so then that your mind will be in on it too.
Can you explain more, what does it mean to have a responsive sexual desire?
Yeah, it means that you're not thinking of sex out of the blue like spontaneous people are, and you're I will not be writing an email and just suddenly think about sex.
Yeah.
I have to be reading my smut books and get those fanny flutters, the little tingles in my badge, for lack of a better word, and then be like, oh, you know what sounds good right now? I could do it. Like, I could get it on. And so I try to do now more sensual things throughout my life. Like, I read a lot of gorgeous romantic-y smut books.
I love them.
They're so addictive.
But I tend to like the dark ones.
Oh, I love the dark ones too.
You do?
Like, that are like, am I going to go to jail for reading this?
A bit fucked up. But I mean, but if it's in Barnes and Noble.
Totally. Other people are loving it.
Yeah,
so,
like it's mainstream.
100%.
Have you read Lights Out?
No. What's that? Is it like
It's erotic. Well, erotica, dark romance, like sex, well, lots of sex. Very
I love
kinky.
I have to have sex to save my village or something. I love,
Oh my god, I have to have sex to save my life.
like sex with a purpose.
So you turn yourself on.
Yes.
You know, that's also one of my main messages, is like, sex is your responsibility. Like, you bring yourself to the context as well. Like, you know, sex, and if you don't have a good sex life, for example, it's like not your partner's fault,
Right.
per se. It takes two to tango, but like, you are also responsible for your own like sexuality and your desire and getting in the mood as well.
Yeah.
Like, your partner does too, but you too.
Totally. And so I like try to live a more sensual lifestyle. That's easier said than done. Like, it's
Like, what do you do? So you read smart books.
I read smut books.
Which is great because it's introducing all these like sex things to your brain, your mind, and it just like keeps it on top of your mind.
Right. I write romance novels or like smut scenes just for me, like not
love
for
that.
anyone, you know. I listen to sexy music. And so then I kind of have like a slow burn going at all times. So if my partner does initiate, then I'm more likely to say yes. But no matter how I'm feeling when my partner initiates, I always say maybe and say, let me see if I can get myself in the mood, or we can get me in the mood together. Like, let's cuddle, let's do some like massages, some sensual touching. And then if it turns into sex, amazing. If not, we just got a little time to connect together. And the no pressure also helps me like feel safe to get turned on and be in the space.
Big time.
Yeah.
It needs to feel like there's no pressure.
Yeah,
That's when we want it the most.
totally.
Right? Like, oh, you're not forcing me. Well, now I'm going to be,
100%.
into it.
It's not like a task that I need to check off.
It needs to not feel like a task.
Yeah.
Even though you might be initiating, it needs to feel like I also now am initiating as well. Like, I'm not just like going with it, like
Totally.
I'm not just like whatever.
Yeah.
But like, oh, okay, now I'm feeling it too.
Totally. Like, oh, we made out for a little bit. Now I'm into it. Or, you know, we
Yeah.
watched some sexy corn. Oh my God, I'm self-censoring.
Yeah,
Like,
corn.
Some sexy corn together.
Corn on the cob.
Now I'm in the mood.
I love your method of just always saying maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good way to take the pressure off yourself and then be like, I know that I'm not going to always be in the mood right away. Let's see if my body can get turned on, and then let's go for it. Let me watch a scene with, you know, Ryan Gosling in The Notebook and see if I'm like starting to feel a little wet down there.
I love this. And you know, two of my ways of also like tricking my brain to turn myself on is through scent and feel. So scent is like when I come home, because I also have a high pressure job and I have like 5 jobs.
Yeah.
So when I come home, I'm very like high strung, like I'm stressed and I'm in this like very masculine mode of making decisions and being a leader.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing suits and you know, it's so like
I mean, that sounds pretty sexy.
I know. Not gonna lie, you know, like All's Fair. Have you been
Yes.
watching?
Oh my God. Yeah.
It's a side
A
quest.
lawyer
We'll go on
with
it later.
her butt showing.
Exactly. But you know, I just feel like I'm tense.
Totally.
So the first thing I do is actually go to my bedroom. I take all my clothes off, put on my robe, which is like a long, silky red robe. So that touch on my body alone, it changes the way I feel and it tricks my brain. Like, okay, we're now in a different mode.
A new
We're now
environment.
in feminine mode and ready to be taken care of.
Yeah, or in lighting a candle and just like
so
getting
there are things that you
relaxing
can do.
your body.
Yeah. So mine is changing into a robe and then change my scent. So I go to in my bedroom, change to a robe. Then I go to my bathroom and put on my vanilla rose scent, which smells amazing. I put it on my chest and it's like oil. So I kind of just rub it and it smells so good. And now I feel like a bit more relaxed and it's a good setup.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we're going to have sex, but it's a good setup.
It's home relaxed Tara, like Dr. Tara.
Yeah, ready to be open to possibilities. And yeah, like if you also bring your, you know, relaxed self to the table and, you know, we're giggling, we're laughing, we're talking about something, we're having a little meal, like I'm open to it. Like,
Totally.
let's fuck.
That's gorgeous. That's amazing.
Yeah, it just takes time.
That's huge because I think that so my number 2 is figuring out your accelerators and your brakes.
Yeah, tell me more.
And so I think that, you know, Emily Nagoski came up with the accelerators and brakes, and that we have things that turn us on, get us in the mood, which are accelerators, and then things that get in the way of turning us on are blockers, which are our brakes. And one of the biggest blockers people deal with that you can't really get rid of, but you can learn to manage, which is what you've done amazingly by changing the scent and environment, is stress.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Stress is the number 1 libido killer, for sure. Like, if you're thinking, like, how can I lose my libido? Like, if anything, just remember, like, the first thing is to reduce your stress.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's, but it's easier said than done.
It is.
Because then you get stressed about not being stressed.
Yeah, exactly. Then you get stressed about, like, what are some ways can I not be stressed? Like,
yeah.
But it's everyone is different, and you have to find your own accelerators, find your own brakes.
Yeah.
I know for me, brakes are like, let's say visual brakes are like dirty home. Yeah. Like if my house is not tidy, it's so hard to be horny. Totally. Like really hard. If I have a ton of stuff out, my first thing is organizing. Totally. Let me organize first, and then I'll feel better.
Totally.
That's my visual break. I would say my like behavioral break might be if my partner is like stressed and he's like exuding a lot of like intense energy.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I'm like, oop, that's not my zone.
Totally.
So I like, you know, paddle back and like, you know, maybe go take
I'll
a
be
bath or yeah, like that I think changes the way I'm able to be like horny. I'm trying to see what other breaks.
Yeah.
What are some of your breaks?
Stress is a big one, and then trauma, of course, can be one, and
Did you say travel?
Trauma.
Oh,
And then like
trauma.
relationship with your relationship with your partner and how that's going. But for me, one of my biggest ever was being on Zoloft. Like, so medication can be a break as well. I'm on Prozac now, which I can orgasm on, but
Really?
yeah, but it was just
Is it just you or is it quite a pattern for some people?
quite a pattern. So there's different SSRIs that like a huge side effect, you know, is not being able to orgasm, but that's such a big part of life. And I feel like people don't feel empowered always to ask their doctor, like, hey, can I see if another one works for me? Because I, you know, am having dysfunction. But they should, that's a huge part of life. So they should be able to work with their doctor to find something that does work for them. So there's some breaks that are like environmental around us, and then there's some that are just like truly physiological or hormonal or whatever that you need to get to the bottom of with your doctor.
Well, I mean, pain, right? If you have vaginal pain, that's a big break.
You're not gonna.
Well, why would I want sex?
If it
you might
causes
then
me pain.
want to expand your definition of what sex means, right? Like not to not include just like penetrative sex.
Totally.
But like many things can be sex, right? Like if you know, masturbate next to each other, mutual masturbation, one of my favorite things to do.
Same. I love it.
So you said Zoloft was like affecting coming.
Yes.
What was the other one that was affecting desire or sex drive?
Oh, well, Zoloft was affecting both coming and desire. Like I was just like, I don't want to touch you. And also once I do touch you, I can't come. So it was like not great.
Wow, that's a struggle.
I know.
Yeah.
But Prozac, I've been able to like do both.
Like be interested in sex and get touchy-feely and everything, but it takes a long time to come.
Oh, no, Prozac I'm able to come on too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just need to change.
Yeah, just needed to find which was right for my body. So
And there's many different types of SSRIs.
yeah, there's a lot of different types, and you can work with your doctor on finding one that doesn't have it as as much of a side effect. And I think just like identifying what your breaks are and then working on managing them.
One of the easiest ways to boost your libido, in my opinion, is like finding like your relaxation rhythm. And my relaxation rhythm can include, like I said, changing into a robe, putting a different scent on, also taking a bath. Like I love taking a bath, and like I would say like eating soft things. So yeah, like I would have like strawberries, or depends on what I have in the fridge. Like usually it's berries. What else? What soft things do I have? I have non-dairy ice cream, because your girl's lactose intolerant.
Which it's not sexy to be farting.
No. Although I did fart during sex recently.
I mean, it happens. You just laugh it off. There's nothing else you can do.
It was so funny because my husband was so good at ignoring it. He didn't even bring it up. I brought it up.
Hilarious.
I was like, and he's just doing what he was doing. Like he did not.
Most men are happy to be there.
Yeah, he's just, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be inserting. Like I don't mind at all.
Yeah, it's good. It comes with the territory.
Exactly. I want to talk about Alice. So, chocolates that boost your libido. Doesn't that sound amazing? Like if someone tells me that there is chocolate, because I love chocolate, especially dark chocolate. Actually, I only love dark chocolate. So if someone tells me if there's dark chocolate that also has all the ingredients that help you boost your libido, maintain your sex life, have like, amazing arousal and intimacy with your partner, I would be all ears. I would be like, what is it? So I'm so excited to actually talk about Alice. So if you've never heard of Alice mushroom chocolates have like various different mushrooms, right? You said there's focus, there's also the other ones, but this is the one for arousal and pleasure. And you might be wondering, like, what's the ingredients in this chocolate? Because it can't just be chocolate alone. So obviously the main ingredient's mushroom. So I can go through all the things that are great for you. And there's actually research on these different supplements or these different items that are ingredients that are in here that have research that shows that it does improve sexual functioning, whether it be, your arousal or your libido. So also it's vegan, non-GMO, gluten-free, and ethically traded, which I care about that a lot.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I've recently learned that like Gen Zs have taught me a lot about things that are ethically traded or ingredients.
Tuned in.
So active ingredients in here are organic cordyceps extract. So cordyceps, like mushroom, and it's like so powerful and healthy for you. There's mucuna pruriens. There's horny goat weed, ashwagandha, which, helps you relax. I love ashwagandha. Damiana, which is like that sort of arousal. Have you had Damiana?
No, I haven't.
So there's also like Damiana tea and stuff, but it's also just in this chocolate, which is so easy to eat and delicious. Tribulus and maca. So maca roots, there's studies that show that it improves your arousal and libido. So there's lots of good things in here, and the dose is 1 square daily, which is like a good little treat for you, like after lunch or after dinner, like to maintain that libido. I would say, 1 a day just gives you that little piece of dessert. So it's like good to also like have dessert and also have it be your like ritual to take care of your sexual wellness and your intimacy with your partner. It can even be a ritual with your partner. Have dinner together and then a piece of chocolate each, right? Like it's a great way to prioritize your sexual wellness together. Now, if you feel like you want to get spicy, I would say you can try 2 to 3 squares about 1 hour before, the time you're ready to get it on. About, I would say, 2 squares if you're a bit of a lightweight, 3 squares if you're, have been taking like different supplements and mushrooms, and then see how it feels. Because again, like it can be like a little boost about an hour before your sexy time. I Love Alice is also founded by women, a company that founded by women. We're about that. Also, you can check out all their other items if you click the link in the episode description. So there's, the Alice Happy Ending. So this is for mushroom chocolates for arousal and pleasure. But you can also check out their other items as well. So thank you, Alice. I love it. It has made me feel like it's consistently like a part of my ritual to take care of my sexual wellness and my partner as well. I mean, both my partner and I, we're both big fans of two big things: chocolates and mushrooms. So when it's together, we're like, hell yeah, we're doing this. So I'm just like really excited. I mean, obviously this is my sponsor for the episode, so I want to be transparent about that. But I do take Alice, like I do, love just eating Alice chocolate, and my partner does too. So this is just to share with you guys that there are other ways. It's all natural with potent botanicals and nootropics. So it's all things that are good for your health. Like it's not, if anything, it's not going to hinder. Plus it's chocolate and mushrooms. So definitely check it out. It's chocolate mushrooms for boosting your libido with Alice mushrooms. Okay, so what's our next way to boost your libido?
I want to mention one more stressor, or one more common break that I forgot to mention, which is mental load, for especially if women more often have responsive desire. I'm guessing that one of their breaks, for being able to get in the mood is environment. Like how you said, being organized is important to you. And so just making sure that your partner knows, not that you're incentivizing them with sex and not putting your pressure on yourself, but just saying like, hey, I'm more likely to be in the mood when things are done around the house and I don't have to be stressed and worried about it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, identifying those blockers and figuring out how to manage them is number 2.
I love that.
Yeah.
It is important. And actually research found that couples that have better division of labor in the household have more sex.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like fork found in kitchen.
Exactly.
And then number 3 would be identify your accelerators and then do them more often so that you are turned on more often.
I'm trying to think now, what are my accelerators? Like, yeah, I would say like the simple ones that I said are related to my senses. So like the scent.
Yeah.
The feel of my clothing. It's changing from structured clothes to soft clothes.
Totally.
Things like that. People have no idea like that actually affect you.
Yeah.
I also think like being romanced. So I love
wine
like
and dine.
Yeah, I wine and dine. I love like compliments, like out of the blue, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to ask like how do I look? I want you to just tell me, like
Totally.
out of the blue, like oh, you look gorgeous tonight, or like you've just been like, God, your ass has been looking really good, like things like that. Just compliments like helps a lot. Like yeah, wine and dine. Like I mean, I don't drink anymore, so I guess it's non-alcoholic wine and dine.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, and I guess gifts. Like surprise gifts. And it doesn't have to be, obviously, like, doesn't have to be diamonds. Although I love diamonds. Doesn't have to be, like, even if he came home with, like, oh, like, I went to a workout class and I passed this bakery and I remember you like the cinnamon bun, so I brought it back for you. Like,
And I'm thinking about you.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's a good accelerator.
Totally.
I'll be like, I'm on my knees, my hair's up.
my hair, put the hair tie in. Consideration is a great accelerator.
Yeah. What else are yours?
I also have one where I just like love my partner being excited about our relationship in public, which is a weird, like, you know,
I
like
love that.
whenever
Affirmations.
whenever we're with friends and he's like talking me up or something, I'm like, oh, you are a hottie. Like,
You're like, okay, my hair is up.
Yeah, my hair is up. Like, that's, just putting me first in little ways in situations, making sure I'm comfortable at a party or, the consideration of your partner just checking in on you and you being like the first thing on their mind is a huge one for me.
That's a huge accelerator.
Yeah.
I love that one too. Okay, what's next?
Okay, and then 4 is making sure that you and your partner are connecting, like emotionally, because some people need emotional connection for physical connection, and so you can't have the physical connection. If that's you can't have the physical connection if you and your partner aren't putting aside time for date nights and just...
And what does that look like for you?
We do a date every week, something that is no screens. My Jesse and I feel very differently. He can be watching a show with a man and feel like they're having like the best time and getting to know each other, or like watching a movie with a man. And I just don't feel connected to people after movies. That's just not something where I'm like, I got to know you better, or I got to show that I see you, or you see me. And so we love just like doing things together that are sitting across from each other and talking to each other, or experiencing something new together.
Yeah, I love that too. I'm a big fan of just like talking to each other, but not about work.
Yes,
because sometimes we get sucked into talking about work a lot because we both love what we do. Like, I obviously love what I do, talking about sex every day. My husband's an oil painter. He loves talking about work, but we can't just always talk about work. Like,
no, it's so easy to get sucked into. I love bringing, like, we'll both listen to a podcast episode or read an article and then show up like ready to talk about it on the date. Because
I love that too.
We get to learn what we think about new things we've never talked about before.
Yeah, I love that too. Like, or just like fun facts, or oh, I met a new friend, or like talk about something else.
Totally.
Yeah, I love that too. Now, what's the next one?
Next thing is making sure that you and your partner are touching outside of the bedroom. That's not like kissing, cuddling without the pressure of it leading to sex.
Love it.
Because a big part of, not getting turned on as often is feeling like there's pressure to be turned on. And so if every time your partner touches you, if it's just for sex, you're going to bristle away from their touch. That was Dr. Vanessa, who wrote the book Sex Talks, came up with that, the bristle effect, where if you're going to only associate their sex with touch or touch with sex and you're not in the mood, you're going to be like,
he's trying to have sex with me.
Yeah.
Or they're trying to have sex with me.
And it's going to feel more objectifying, especially if you're a woman, and feel less like connection, where it's hard because you can't blame people who, especially men who have been taught that like one of the only ways that they're allowed to ask for connection is physical connection, because just our society, makes it harder for men to be emotional. But just making sure that you guys are both connecting emotionally and physically outside of the bedroom.
I love that. I often think of it as like romantic touch versus sexual touch.
Yeah.
Like you need both. Like you don't always need sexual touch.
Totally.
You always need romantic touch.
Totally.
And I love romantic touch. And I think anyone, man, woman, whatever sexual orientation, like unless you are like, like very touch phobic, which some people can be, but that's so little in terms of like statistics.
Yeah.
Most people love touch, especially from their loved ones. And if your partner is, always trying to like touch you to give you affection without anything in return, that's hot. Yeah. And then in turn, that boosts your libido and desire.
Touch that's giving and not taking from your energy.
Exactly.
Is huge.
That's period.
Gen Z, we love
Gen
you.
Z, we're clapping. What's next?
The next thing to do is make sure you're having sex worth desiring. So if you and your partner are having bad sex, you're not going to want it.
Period.
Like,
I think many women have secretly told me, like, listen, like, I don't necessarily have a low sex drive. I just, like, our sex hasn't been that great. Yeah. So, yeah, it's like, It's so simple. Don't take it personally. It's so simple. If you go to a restaurant and food was just okay, how often will you go back to that restaurant?
Totally.
Probably never.
Right.
Or maybe once if you have to.
Right. If they have a really good deal and it's basically like eating there for free.
Yeah. If it was like buy one, get one free, you might go. But it's like you're not going to always go unless it's such good food.
Yeah.
It's literally the same philosophy. Like if sex is so good, like such good food, I would always go to that restaurant.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that like you need to make sure you know what you like first on your own before.
Hold yourself accountable.
Like what part of your clit or your penis or your whatever feels good to you. How do you do this on your own and get yourself off on your own and then take that to partnered sex? So you or your partner are not guessing what it is that you like and what it is that feels good to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Giving each other feedback will then improve that sex, will then improve the libido. I'm willing to guess that most people that have low libido haven't been having great sex.
Yeah. And I feel it's interesting. People are afraid to do what they do on their own sometimes with their partner because a lot of people with vaginas and clits, what feels best for them is a vibrator often. And like, don't be afraid if that's how you come. Don't be afraid to bring that to the bedroom.
Exactly.
And then you can have penetrative sex before or after or whatever kind of sex it is that you and your partner want to have together. But yeah, mutual masturbation.
But then it might be the partner. Like, what if you bring up like, hey, can I bring in a vibrator? And what if the partner is like, oh, like, am I not enough?
Yeah.
Like, what's your response to that?
I would describe that it's not about them. It's like, it's not anything about their abilities. We just have specific nerve endings in the clit that do respond specifically to vibration.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I'm like, were we meant to have sex with men or were we meant to have sex with robots?
I mean, vibrators do feel amazing.
Yeah.
And like, men, don't feel like it's a competition. It's an
Totally.
addition.
In addition, it's
always an addition,
I
not
love
competition.
pizza and French fries.
Exactly.
You know, put them together, it's even better. Pizza with a side
Exactly.
of French fries. It's just something to help you get there.
It's so funny because I often say similar things, but I said I love pizza, but I also love toppings.
Oh,
Because like you can have really good
Yeah.
marinara pizza,
totally.
like really, really good.
Totally.
But even better with toppings.
Even better. And I'm just like, no, give me full 2 meals.
Yeah. Full French fries,
Full
extra
French
large.
fries, yeah, cheese on them, plus pizza.
Truffle. Yeah, exactly. And pizza. And fried rice. And dumplings.
Yeah.
And sushi. And I want all the things. I mean,
want it
I
all.
love a big menu when it comes to
Totally.
sex toys. And I'm so lucky that my husband's like open to all toys.
That's so great.
He's like, bring them in the room.
Yeah.
Like, whatever makes you come, I'm a fan.
Totally.
Yeah.
They should want you to feel good.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Also, like when I come from a virus, usually like the easiest way is like vibrator and fingering.
Totally,
So
yeah.
then my partner would finger me while I use a vibrator. I come first.
She comes first.
Yeah, she comes first. I come first. I'm already flooded with like oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin. I am ready.
Totally.
So next up is I'm jumping on you and riding that dick.
100%.
Or you can jump on me, whatever. But like, then I'm super into it because I already came once.
Right.
And listen, women can come multiple times. So don't be afraid like, oh, if she came from a vibrator, she can't ever have a pleasure again.
Totally.
No, like women can have multiple orgasms and pleasure spots, pleasure points.
We're so lucky.
We are. So once we come from a vibrator and fingering, like we can then jump on you, have sex, come again. Like that feels amazing. And honestly, that's like the best way to reinforce your reward system.
Yeah.
To want sex again.
Totally. I think I'm more likely to orgasm with my partner if I've already orgasmed.
Same.
Because I'm more tingly. Like things
Same.
are a little more
so
sensitive.
much blood.
Yeah, it's
pool
engorged.
too. Yeah. Like sometimes my clit would be so big. Have you ever like looked at your clit when it's a lot of blood?
Oh,
Then
yeah. And I'm just like,
It looks like a mini penis.
wow, should I? Like, I could have a penis and like walk around. Yeah.
Because you're so horny. Like when girls are really horny, their clits are huge.
Totally.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I love it. And it feels like empowering. And I just am a huge fan of my clit. I'm like,
I am too.
Yeah.
Do you have a name for her?
no, that's a great idea.
Mine's Sasha.
Sasha is gorgeous. Like Sasha Fierce, like Beyonce.
Yeah, like Beyonce. We're both Virgos.
I'm a Virgo.
Oh, high five.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what
Yeah.
day's your birthday?
September 6th.
Oh, my God. Okay. Is she 4th? And I'm
Yeah.
18th.
Ooh, cusp.
Yeah, Cusper.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow,
love that.
I love meeting a fellow Virgo.
Yeah, same. Okay, what's next?
Next is scheduling sex.
Ooh,
I know
controversial.
Controversial. I know this seems controversial, but when you started out dating, you were scheduling date nights, and that was basically scheduling sex. You knew you were going to go off, and for the most part, if you've already had sex with this person, you knew often you were going to have sex again.
Yeah.
And so by the time that you saw them, you were showered, if that's what something you need. You know,
The bare minimum is so
yeah,
low.
showered.
Showered.
You were like, you were mentally prepared and you were physically and emotionally ready for sex usually. And so for me, like, I'm one of those people who, if I come back from the gym, my husband is like, oh, so sexy, like sweaty and musky. And I'm like, no, this doesn't turn me on. I need to be showered first and like, you know, in the mood. So scheduling sex just gives you time that allows you to do things that you do to prep for sex that you would have done in the beginning of the relationship while you're on a date.
I love that. And I think when it comes to boosting your libido or preparing yourself for that sexual desire or the drive for that day, scheduling it kind of like gives you anticipation.
Yeah.
And maybe for some people it's positive and maybe for some people it's a negative anticipation
Yeah.
if they're still in the not great sex phase.
Totally.
Right? Then it might be like, oh man, it's coming up. Like, ugh.
And in that case, I'd say schedule connection. Like schedule time to connect with your partner. If it leads to sex, that's awesome. But if not, you just got like emotionally closer with your partner and you guys are headed to a better, more intimate relationship.
I love that.
Yeah.
Scheduling connection, like maybe a day date or a date night, but like dedicated time for them, not talking about work, not using your phone, and just being together, talking about your interests and each other, and maybe like talking about the relationship.
Yeah.
Like, how are we doing? How is it going? And maybe that leads to a more like closer feeling and perhaps physical intimacy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we next?
Next, we have explore. Like, so with your menu, figure out
So
things.
not going to Disneyland.
Not putting like a pioneer hat on.
Not explore like that.
Explore sexually. Like with your menu, have things that you want to do that you know you like doing, but also write down things that you would want to try that have always sparked your interest, and then have your partner do the same and see what lines up that you're both willing to try together. See what maybes you have that you could both go off and like explore the other person's desires, see if it's something that after, you know, researching it, it's more of a yes than a maybe for you. Of course, never do anything that you're uncomfortable with. But so my husband and I have a menu of things we want to try, and we have it in a jar, and then we pick out of the jar like once a month the new sex thing we're gonna try.
Love that. The sex jar.
Yeah, the sex jar. And so then it's doing something new together, which is vulnerable, and then builds our intimacy because we're being our most like vulnerable selves together, and also it brings like a new exciting element to sex.
Can you share a few things on this jar? In this jar?
Yeah, I mean, it can be something as simple as like, I want to have sex to this Ariana Grande song I like.
Oh
you
my
know, like it can be like, or like positions.
Mutual masturbation.
Or it can be like mutual masturbation, or it can be like
standing sex,
or it can be more like, I want like to use anal beads and I want my partner to, you know, have a dildo in or whatever. It can be anything, you know, across the board that just sounds new and exciting to you.
I love that. It could be reading Dr. Tara's book together. My book, How Do You Like It? A Guide for Getting What You Want in Bed is out. You can get it anywhere you get books, Barnes & Nobles, Amazon. There's also link in the episode description, link in my website, luvbites.co. So definitely check it out. It's all about discovering who you are sexually and then how to talk about it.
I forgot. I always recommend your meditation, your sexual meditation as a way to keep the sensual lifestyle going, and just reminding
and it's 5
yourself
minutes.
That you can be in the mood throughout the day and live more sensually and
I love
release
that.
some stress as well.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
for recommending that.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we wrapping up our convo?
We are wrapping up. I think our last thing would just be, if all of this is not working for you, and is take sex off the table for a little bit. Take that pressure off, and then
Go on a sex fast.
a sex fast. Yeah.
Like fasting, like not eating, like go on a sex fast. Don't, like, I know everyone's like, what do you mean? Like, I thought this was about boosting your libido, not having sex, like the opposite. But no. Sometimes after a fast, food tastes amazing. It's the same thing.
You appreciate it more.
You can do a sex fast than a sex feast.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you want it so much more. I think like the people on Survivor, they're not eating and then all they're thinking
love
about
Survivor.
is food. Wait, what?
I love Survivor.
Oh, I love Survivor. It's my favorite
love
show.
Jeff
I can't wait for
Probst.
50.
I can't wait to interview him on my podcast about his sex life.
Oh my God. I'm sure he has a good sex life.
I bet he masturbates a lot because he's always in Fiji.
He's also always like got energy.
Yeah, I bet he masturbates a lot. But okay, the last segment of this show is called 5 Quickies with Dr. Tara.
Perfect.
Before we go there though, I do want to say if you do have like physical challenges when it comes to libido, it's always good to go see your medical doctor and get your hormones checked as well, because sometimes it might not be behavioral or psychological.
Yeah.
Because we have mainly been talking about behavioral and psychological things and some of the like medications, but sometimes it could be like hormones, it could be like other health issues.
Totally.
Which is something that your medical doctor needs to like decide what sort of tests you need and assessments and then figure out from there. Yeah, but definitely all these 10 things that we talked about today all will boost your libido. Okay, so 5 quickies with Dr. Tara.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So I'm going to tell you a statement. Just give me a quick answer.
Okay.
Low desire is a relationship problem, not a body problem.
I think that's too black and white. I think it's more nuanced than that.
Wanting less sex doesn't mean something is wrong with you.
Yes, that's very true. There's nothing wrong with you.
Most low libido is really emotional burnout.
Oh, interesting. I mean, that can contribute to it. The stress can be one of the breaks that gets in the way.
Chasing sexual frequency ruins intimacy.
I do think that causes you to feel pressure in your relationship, and it's always quality over quantity.
Ooh, well, I guess this last one. You don't need more sex. You need better sex.
Hell yeah. I agree.
Yeah, 1,000%. Well, thank you so much, Abigail. Where can everyone find you and follow your IG?
You can find me at Vibeslut on Instagram or the podcast Rat Girls Podcast, where I talk about more sex and stuff with my lovely husband.
Love that.
Mainly me talking at him.
About sex. But it's so fun. I was on it before. Definitely check out the episode. I should link that episode.
Sexual communication.
In the description so you guys can watch this and then go watch that. Well, my babes, thank you for watching and listening to the show until the end of the episode. I always appreciate, everyone that's watching and listening to the show because me and my team spend a lot of time and resources and money making this show out of passion. Like, I love long form conversations about sex because it gives us more opportunities to have conversations with more nuances, with longer answers, with more comprehensive answers, not just on Instagram, right? Many of you may follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and that's where, I teach about sex through humor, but it's also 30 seconds. It's 30 seconds of me talking about concept. It's not enough, right? So I'm always grateful that people are consuming the podcast and learning a lot more in depth about all these sex topics. So thank you for being here. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. It helps the show grow a lot. And, let's make this show like top 10 podcasts in the world.
Get rid of Joe Rogan.
Yeah, top 10 podcasts in the world so people learn more about sex and love and relationship and have a fulfilling sex life. Everyone deserves that. And per usual, have an orgasmic day. Bye.
Thanks for listening. This was Love Bites by Dr. Tara. Follow Dr. Tara on social media at lovebites.co. Have an orgasmic day.